Hello, and welcome back to RoadTripVia, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 791, the category Brainy Tuesday, number 42. This is the 21-question trivia quiz, where all 21 questions come from different categories, but they are just a little bit harder than our normal pub quiz and random quiz trivias. So hopefully you're prepared, because these questions today are tough. Good luck. Question 1. First theorized as just empty space, the Voyager probe showed it to contain at least 100 smaller ringlets. What is this gap that divides Saturn's rings into two major sections, named for the Italian who discovered it in 1675? The gap in Saturn's rings is called the Cassini division. Question number 2. It was the first American ship to circumnavigate the globe, doing so in 1790. What is the name of this ship, captained by Thomas Gray, that is now the namesake of a major river in the northwest U.S.? That ship and the river is called the Columbia. Question number 3. It occurs when the air sacs in the lungs become stretched and enlarged so that they are less able to supply oxygen. What is this disease which brings shortness of breath and painful coughing to heavy smokers? The answer is emphysema. Question number 4. Those of hydrogen are called deuterium and tritium. What are these atoms that have the same atomic number but different atomic mass due to a different number of neutrons in their nuclei? The same atomic number, different atomic mass are known as isotopes. Question number 5. Usually depicted as the drunken and merry attendants to Dionysus, and usually illustrated as being extremely hairy and playing reed pipes. What is the name of these creatures of Greek mythology with the torso of a man and the legs of a goat or a horse? Those creatures are called satyrs. Question number 6. After flunking out of West Point, what man became famous for his paintings such as his series of nocturnes and his painting of his own mother titled Arrangement in Gray and Black No. 1? Another name for the arrangement in gray and black is Whistler's mother. His name is James Whistler. Question 7. Increasingly applied to areas of Los Angeles, San Antonio, and other major cities with large Hispanic populations. What term is more often applied to large, unplanned slum developments of major Latin American cities? That term is barrio. Question number 8. Born in Scotland, in 1910 he moved to the city of Duckburg and constantly battled the Beagle Boys for his fortune. What is the name of this Disney comic book character whose fortune is estimated to be over $91 multipajillion? The answer is Scrooge McDuck. Question number 9. When he reached the 54th line of this poem, he was interrupted by the person on business from Porlock. The visit interrupted the opium-induced dream state of Samuel Taylor Coleridge as he wrote what poem, one of the lyrical ballads? That poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge was Kubla Khan. Question number 10. What 1961 movie, the last film of both Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe, follows an ex-stripper played by Monroe who meets an aging cowboy-turned-gambler played by Gable and was directed by John Huston and written by Arthur Miller? That 1961 movie was called The Misfits. Question number 11. As a star uses up its hydrogen by converting it to helium, its central core contracts while the outer layers expand to cool. This process produces the low temperature and large size that characterize what type of star, of which Betelgeuse is a notable example? That big star is a red giant. Question number 12. In 1813 at Put-in Bay, an immortal dispatch to Major General William Henry Harrison after the Battle of Lake Erie, what American naval commander is said to have uttered the famous remark, "We have met the enemy and they are ours"? That was Oliver Hazard Perry. Question 13. This term is also applied to the motion of earthworms and other invertebrates, in which part of the body contracts as another part elongates. What is this process of wave-like contractions more commonly known to aid humans in digestion? That process is called peristalsis. Question 14. A busy year indeed. Although the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was just released in August of 1967, in December, the Fab Four released what soundtrack album for their made-for-TV Christmas special film? That movie and the album was called The Magical Mystery Tour. Question 15. Chosen by Pierre Leclerc as the site of a trading post in 1763, what is the name of the American city that hosted the 1904 Olympics and World's Fair that is also known for the Jefferson National Expansion Memorial? That city is St. Louis, Missouri. Question 16. The game involves a banker and two players. Face cards count nothing and the first digit is disregarded on double-digit sums. The object of the game is to hold two or more cards that count as close to 9 as possible. What is this casino game 007's favorite? The banker and two players is in Baccarat. Question 17. Marguerite Perry discovered it in 1939 at the Curie Laboratory in Paris. It forms when actinium disintegrates. What is this element with atomic number 87, the heaviest of the alkali metals and the most electropositive element? The answer is francium. Question number 18. What is the title of the novel written by Thomas Hardy in 1874, his first literary success, in which Gabriel Oak, Sergeant Troy, and William Boldwood all pursue Bathsheba Everdeen? That novel is called Far from the Madding Crowd. Question number 19. What is the name of the 1968 song sung by Simon and Garfunkel about a character played by Anne Bancroft in the 1967 film The Graduate? The answer is Mrs. Robinson. Question number 20. After his 1755 book, Discourse on Inequality, what was the name of the 1762 work by the musician-turned-philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau that begins with the line, "Man is born free, yet everywhere he is in chains"? That book was called The Social Contract. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of RoadTripVia. Check back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Instead of the regular Who Am I trivia, we will be doing a 21-question trivia quiz that's like Who Am I? Famous Baby Edition. This will be a 21-question trivia quiz about historically famous babies, babies in movies, comic books, regular books, novels, etc. Famous baby trivia tomorrow on the Who Am I Wednesday. Check back if you're into that. Thursday will be a special trivia quiz. We're going to skip Trebek trivia this week. We've got a special request. We're going to bang it out on Thursday, and then Friday will be the Friday night pub quiz. Everybody likes Friday night pub quiz, so make sure you stick around. If you'd like to be reminded of when these quizzes pop up, you can subscribe to the channel. You can hit the little notification bell. It should tell you when they're going to pop up. Other than that, you can just check back about once a day, because every day we put a new one up, usually around noon Central Standard Time, which is around 6 p.m. London time, but that time can vary based on my real job and when I have time to squeeze these in. So thank you guys for watching. Here is question 21, the tiebreaker for today. What word can be used for all of the following? A small resort town on the Rother River in Sussex, the house plot to assassinate Charles II of England and James, the Duke of York, the city in New York where Ogden Nash was born and John Jay is buried, and a cereal grain mixed with flour to make a popular sandwich bread. Just looking for one single word that fits all those definitions. The answer is rye. The rye sandwich bread, the city of Rye, the village of Rye, and the rye house plot. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to check back tomorrow. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed today's trivia. Subscribe to the channel if you made it this far and you are not subscribed, because we do trivia just like this every day. In fact, after today, we will have 791 trivia quizzes that you can go back and play. That's enough trivia to push play right now and watch for about 3.5 weeks without stopping. So if you're really bored for the next month, go ahead and hit that. If not, just check back once a day. We do about a 10 or a 15-minute trivia quiz that you can play just to keep your wits about you. Thank you. See you tomorrow.